We're here at Viking Car Wash, and today we're going to show you how to properly clean a fuel-injected engine. If you have a carburetor, you don't want to do it this way. You're going to want to cover up the carburetor and the distributor. But being that this is not an old car with the carburetor and has fuel injection, I'm going to show you how we do it. A lot of people, when they're washing their motor, they're worried that they're going to break something or wetting the engine, just like wetting any motor device is going to ruin the engine, but it's not. As you can see, there's no bottom to the engine. When it rains, water splashes up in there, steam gets on it, and the engine still runs. So don't be too worried about that. You should be more worried about your engine being too hot. Now, if you just came from a long road trip, or you've been driving for a while because you have to go to the store, which is across town and back, let it sit for a good 30 minutes before you wash the engine. Don't just start spraying it down with water. You might crack the block in that case. And when you're doing another thing to look out for, what will break if you're too heavy on the water, you might break the seals to the computer for the engine. I'm not sure what's the proper name for that, but it's going to be in different places on all the cars. This is where I mostly find it, right here in the back of the engine. That's going to be where you don't want to put too much pressure, because if you break the seals on this thing, it could cost you a lot of money, like $1,000, $1,500 to replace it. Other than that though, you can get it wet, just don't spray it directly. We'll get pressure washing and show you how to do it. Another thing, if you're going to spray your radiator, you don't want to put the pressure washer too close or in an angle at these. You'll bend up all your grooves inside the radiator. You don't want to do that. Let's get to pressure washing. Pressure wash it after I degreased it, pressure wash it, I go one more time and I go in here and I spray the top again, because if you zoom in, you can see, come here, you can see that it's still dirty. The degreaser alone didn't get everything off. And now keep in mind, I'm not using hot water here, I'm actually using cold water. I'm using a cold water pressure washer. So you could do this at home with one of your Home Depot pressure washers. You don't have to go buy a heavy duty steamer or hot water pressure washer. Cold one will work just fine. Another thing that I didn't say in the video is before you start degreasing, you're going to want to wet the edges of the vehicle, like like right here, on both sides. Now the reason for that is if you spill degreaser over the side and it lands on your paint and it's dry or maybe a little hot at all, it's gonna leave degreaser stains on your paint, and they're not really removable, so you're gonna have to repaint your car if you want it to look good again. So keep in mind, do not get degreaser on your paint of your vehicle when you're degreasing. And before you do it, like I said, wet the vehicle down a little bit, so if you do get a little degreaser on the side of your car, it's diluted and it doesn't eat at your paint. Now if you have a really nice paint job, I would suggest to keep hosing it down as it gets wet.
The battery. Yeah.
So after you degrease it down one more time, you're gonna want to run over it with the mitt. As you can see, if you come in a little closer, you can see all this grime that didn't come off with the pressure washer. Just give it a light mitt, and it comes right out. And this is just Purple Power. I don't know if I zoomed into it yet, but that's all this is Purple Power. That's the degreaser I'm using. And for the soap, I'm using the car wash soap from Auto Care.
Battery.
Press the same button. Is it still recording?
Yeah, you're good.
Now we're gonna rinse it. Hey Roy, you want to start it up for us? You want to start it? Let it run for about 10 seconds and then turn it off. So this is the after. Took us 10 minutes to wash this engine. Came out really nice. Now everything always looks better wet, but I'll put up a picture with it dry, an after picture. And as you can see, the engine starts right up, no issues. It's running like it was running before, great. So, this is the end of the video. Hope everybody liked it. And if you can, subscribe, help us out here at Viking Car Wash, and everybody else that would like to know how to properly clean an engine. Remember, you can wet your engines, just watch out for the computer back here on these the fuel injected engines these days. And it's no big deal, they run great. This is probably my 1,000th car this year, engine that I've washed this year, so you know, it's okay to wet engines. I hear a lot of stories out there saying, hey, if I wet my engine, it's gonna not start or run right. It's gonna start and run exactly the way it ran and start before. So, this is it. Thank you guys for watching.